Guys, this is Pixel Dan coming to you from the 2019 New York Toy Fair, and I'm here with Erik Arana from Boss Fight Studio to talk about what they have on display at the show. How's it going?
Good. We are very, very busy and very tired.
Oh,
and it's only the morning of the second day.
I was going to say, it's the early in the second day, but it's good that you're that busy, right? A lot of attention over here?
Yeah, absolutely. We're a lot of meetings this weekend, and hopefully a lot of good things coming up to announce in the next couple of months.
Excellent. So you got some awesome new stuff here on display, and thought it'd be really cool if you kind of just ran through some of the things you have here.
We're announcing this weekend our Wave 2 of Basics, which is our lower paint, less not less articulation, but less paint, less accessories, slightly more affordable line for army building and stuff. We've got we have our premiere of our zombie line, Series Z, which is very cool, and we're very excited about that. Our zombie series is a little different than other zombies. We're trying to kind of veer away from Walking Dead and make it a little fun and a little quirky and a little weird. We've got our Mighty Steeds line, our horses, our Pegasus, and we have got great first shot samples from the factory of those, and they are coming out amazing. We've also got the premiere of our I Am Brilliance line, which is a girls fashion doll line. And it's based around aspirational careers that you wouldn't normally think of. So, like, the first one is an ornithologist. We're looking at, like, astronauts and astrophysics and stuff like that, not the typical careers that girls get pushed towards. You know, not nurses, not the typical, like, Barbie things and stuff, but something you don't think of. Something in the sciences, something in the arts, something in, computer programmers, stuff like that. So we're very excited about that.
So are they like similar style action figures, like you said? Like you said, dolls, but are they like same scale and stuff?
We're referring to them as action dolls because they're a step above in articulation, but they're still low enough articulation that little girls will be able to handle them without them being like ending up, this kind of mess. So they'll have knees, hips. They'll be able to sit on a bicycle if you get a bicycle for them. Like things like that. Like they won't have to like just stand there like strawberry shortcake.
So kids are kind of the target audience for them?
Yeah.
So what's the plan for release? Are you looking to see if you can get into retail with those?
I mean, that's why we're here. Is to get them, is to push them and get them mass market retail. So it's exciting.
Yeah, that's very exciting. I always love seeing like the new stuff like that too. Like this is where Toy Fair is all about, right? You find all the new stuff that you guys are doing. So cool.
And we want to stress that though we're very aimed towards collector with Vitruvian Hacks and Bucky and Sam and Max and all of that stuff, we are still a toy company. And branching out into those other things, it's not taking away, and they're not taking the place of another collector expression, but they are helping expand our company, which will help us focus on the collector expression. Because collector stuff sells less than stuff to kids. Always.
It's just the way the industry is. I mean, that's just the nature of it. So you mentioned Bucky O'Hare and Sam and Max. Sam and Max, of course, was one of the most recent big reveals, new license that you guys are doing.
Yep, and we have both prototype figures here of Sam and Max. We have plans for more coming, and it's been an amazing project to work on. Purcell is an amazing guy to work with. He's so excited, and it's so cool. And they should be out by the end of the year. They're fantastic. A lot like our Bucky line. They've got extra parts, extra hands, lots of accessories, and we have plans for more.
Very cool.
So.
And how are you guys planning to offer those? Will just be pre-orders through your site?
The same way we always do pre-order and stuff. Stores can always come to us and do wholesale. We are distributed through Diamond Comics as well. So. And again, hopefully we'll be getting into more places after Toy Fair. So
let's talk a little bit more about Bucky, because that's been my personal favorite. I love Bucky, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. I think you guys had a new reveal, at least online, I saw. Is she here?
Yes. Mimi LaFleur is here. She's amazing and such a great character to do, and she's kind of out of left field. She like people I've seen a lot of people going, I thought we'd get Willie and all Blinky and stuff first.
Well, I think we all kind of thought that because she's the first basically non-Hasbro figure you've done from the franchise.
Yeah, so and it was kind of cool. Like I always say, boss fight likes to zig when everyone else is zagging, so like to keep everyone on their toes with what we're doing in our decisions. And of course there's the Bruiser, who's amazing looking.
So big.
Yeah, he's enormous. He's enormous, and because his shape, his hunch, and his squat, like he's got to be in this perfectly cube, enormous box. Like it's crazy. And for Bucky, we also have the repaint of the Toad in animation colors coming out, which so far of all our Bucky figures, the Toad is my favorite. Like he's so good and so much fun to mess with.
So everything's going great with Bucky. We can expect a lot more of those.
We have a lot more plans. So
that's great. So have you ever thought the possibility of doing some of the ships or vehicles? I know that's bigger scale stuff, but
it's bigger scale stuff. I've definitely been itching lately because it's been a long time since I got to design a vehicle. I've been really itching to design some vehicles. I love doing it. It is a very different skill than designing figures, but I like doing it, and I think I'm pretty good at it. But we do talk a lot about the vehicles and stuff, and I think we just need Bucky to be on the shelves a little bit longer and get a little bit more. We're always surprised at how not known we are still sometimes. You know, we find out that so many people have not still heard of us and heard of our product and stuff. So we need Bucky to be out there a little bit more and a little bit longer before we dive in, but we definitely want to do some vehicles.
That'd be awesome. And I do want to mention, like, you got an amazing display, too, for Bucky. I got to give a shout-out to Joe Amaro, right? Because, Joe, it's based on, like, an old Hasbro, like, Toy Fair display, right? Which is kind of amazing.
The bottom base of it and stuff is based on the original Toy Fair display from Hasbro, you know, way back. And in fact, one of my mentors and one of the guys who brought me into the toy industry, Dave Kunitz, he's here this weekend, and he stopped by, and he worked on the Bucky line, and I showed it to him, and he thought that was the coolest thing that we had done that. Like, so it's really fun.
That's awesome. So very cool stuff with Bucky. But of course, Vitruvian Hacks is kind of what you guys launched with. And you mentioned that the steeds are here, which was kind of one of the last big pushes that you guys did. And those are looking great. I know I pre-ordered some of those, so I'm excited to get them. So what else is coming as far as that you can tell us? Are you guys taking any new directions with the Hacks line?
Well, we're veering into the zombie series now, and coming up, we're going to try some different things with. The zombie series does not take the place of Series 3 science fiction, where that's still coming. That's why we call it Series Z instead of Series 3, because sci-fi will still be Series 3, and it is still coming. And what we're doing now is for the next year or so, fantasy will start toggling with zombie. So there'll be Series Z and then a fantasy series wave, and then a wave of Series Z and then a fantasy wave for a little while, and then it'll switch to toggling with science fiction. So it'll be the end of Series Z will toggle with science fiction, and then hopefully the end of science fiction will toggle with the Pirates and Mermaids Series 4. So we're going to kind of start to toggle things back and forth a little bit and try and stretch out some of the releases and pull in some of the releases a little closer. So.
Awesome. Well, that sounds great.
Basics coming. We have a lot more plans for basics because that first wave has done amazing for us. So we're digging in on that.
Very cool. You mentioned with the zombies, too, that you guys were doing some fun colors and stuff with it. I think I saw one that was like a very bright green with a very neon orange shirt.
Yeah, he's our he's the irradiated undead, and he is our launch figure, and he'll be a preview ahead of the other figures, and he comes in a special boxed containment unit. Instead of he won't be on a card like everybody else. He's in a box that is printed to look like a nuclear containment unit.
That's so That's amazing. Awesome. So you guys are doing some really fun stuff, and you got a lot of great things on display here. So, Erik, thank you so much for taking the time to walk us through all of it.
Thank you, everyone. And
You want to tell everybody where they can find you online, too?
oh, yeah, you definitely check us out. We're on Facebook, Boss Fight Studio, Twitter, Instagram, and, of course, bossfightshop.com is our store. And always order straight from us if you can, because we're fast at shipping now. We've got it all under control, and we had a rough spot, but
But it's all good now, so that's
it's all
good.
good now.
Excellent. Erik, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And there you guys go. A look at what Boss Fight Studio has on display at the 2019 New York Toy Fair.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at Toy Fair 2019. Follow at Pixel Dan on Twitter or /Pixel Dan on YouTube.com. Thanks for tuning in to your premier source for all things toys, Pixel Dan. See you again.